According to an article in the New York Times almost a year ago, 20 May 2012, by Joe Becker and Scott Shane, President Obama has adopted what Becker and Shane call a disputed method of counting civilian casualties that makes it much easier to claim that drone attacks are not disproportionate to the value of the target. In effect, this disputed method of counting civilian casualties, and I'm quoting the Times again, counts all military-age males in a strike zone as combatants. So it's actually a way of not counting civilian casualties. If the targeted insurgent or terrorist leader is surrounded by or simply in the vicinity of a group of men who are between the ages of 15 and 60, and even drone surveillance can't be precise about that, an attack is permitted, and everyone who is killed or injured is counted as a legitimate target. This isn't a standard proportionality argument. It isn't a proportionality argument at all, and it also isn't targeted killing. The dead men who happened to be in the vicinity of the target were never themselves targeted. They were not the specific object of the attack, and we had no knowledge of what they had done or were doing or were planning to do. Now, there are ancient precedents for this sort of thing. According to Thucydides, in his History of the Peloponnesian War, when the Athenians captured the rebellious city of Melos, they, quote, slew all the men of military age. And according to the biblical book of Deuteronomy, when the Israelites besieged a city and, quote, God delivers it into your hands, you shall put all its males to the sword. Since the Deuteronomist goes on to exclude children, the two policies, Greek and Israelite, are identical. The new American doctrine is not the same as those two. We are not aiming to kill all the men of military age, but we have made them all liable to be killed. We have turned them into combatants without knowing anything more about them than their gender and approximate age. That wasn't right in ancient Greece or Israel, and it isn't right today. This new doctrine of liability, which for all I know or anyone knows may have been reconsidered and rescinded after the New York Times report, but assuming that it hasn't been, this new doctrine of liability suggests how important it is, I would actually say proves how important it is, to have all targeting decisions and the criteria according to which they are made subjected to some kind of institutional review.